Audio Jungle.
Hi guys! This is Marissa Rajado, one of the bloggers on earthlings.co. So I'm coming to you today to do a winged eyeliner tutorial. I cannot tell you how many times I get asked, usually on a daily basis, how I do my eyeliner, give compliments on my eyeliner, people ask me what kind of eyeliner I use, and I've gotten a lot of requests to do a tutorial. Because of this, I've actually decided to do a string of tutorials, and every week I'm going to be releasing a new adventurous, cool, and maybe interesting design that you can try with your eyeliner. But for today, I'm going to start with the basics. Just a classic black winged eye, the fastest for sure, so it's cool for me to be able to just sort of do my makeup quick but still have a cool look that's gonna last through the night. It's worth stating that I did already do the base of my makeup today. So my eyeliner is actually one of the last things that I do when I'm applying my makeup. Actual last thing is applying my mascara, so all the other makeup is already on my face. I'm really crazy about having really clean, concise, long lines, so I feel like it's easier to do cleanups at the very end as far as your eyeliner is concerned. Go ahead and do this look today. You're going to need two different tools. So the first is going to be a regular black eyeliner, and it can be a pencil eyeliner. Me personally, I just have this little quick liner that I got from the dollar store. Jordana brand. Assuming you could probably get this anywhere. Anything works. This is just to get it to be a little bit more dramatic, and you're only going to apply this to your upper lash line. Obviously, the most important tool today is going to be your actual liquid eyeliner. Different people do different things when they're doing their eyeliner. Different people find different techniques for doing wings. Me personally, my preference is definitely always liquid eyeliner first and foremost. I have tried pencil and I've tried gel as well, but I just have trouble with smudging. I think that you just get the cleanest, most precise lines with liquid, which is one of the biggest reasons why I definitely prefer it. I also definitely prefer felt tips. There's different kinds of tips that you can see. Some of them are kind of like paintbrushy, so they're a little more flimsy. I wouldn't recommend that necessarily if you're not used to doing your winged eyeliner. I think it's a little bit more difficult. So if you're not familiar with what that actually looks like, this is gonna be it. They do vary in size and length. This one's not too large. I definitely do prefer it to be a bit of a thinner felt tip, just because you can get cleaner lines and more precision that way. The eyeliner that I'm actually using right now is not my usual default eyeliner. My typical default is Stila. It's all black liner, similar felt tip, looks almost exactly like this, just a little bit smaller, all black. You can get it at Sephora, at Ulta. It's $20 flat. Usually lasts me about 2 months or so, and I do my eyeliner every day. However, this month I wanted to get something a little bit cheaper, and so I sort of just did some quick reviews and just kind of bought something off of Amazon because it was Prime and it was only like $6 or something. I'll put the link in the description so that you guys can check out both of those eyeliners. But the one that I actually ended up getting is a 12-hour infallible super slim by L'Oreal Paris. That's what that's gonna look like. It is 12 hours. I usually have anywhere from about 10 to 12-hour shifts every day. Pretty much every day it lasts through the entire shift. Obviously important for me to have a long-lasting eyeliner. I've actually been extremely impressed with this eyeliner. The pigment is really great also. Really cheap, really great eyeliner, and also really easy to use. If you want something a little bit better, go for the Stila, but both are really great options, highly recommended. So first, we're going to go back and grab our regular black liner. So all you're gonna do, this is gonna be a really easy step, is just line your top lash line. So basically what this is gonna do is just give you a little bit more definition along your lash line. Your eyeliner will just look like it's sort of continuous, like it starts at the very edge of your lash line. You can see there a couple quick strokes over it. You can get really nice lines. Sometimes I have some experiences where you get a little bit on top maybe. Doesn't really matter. It can look a little bit uneven. Sometimes it doesn't always come out perfect, but even just seeing the comparison in my eyes, you can see that this lash line is much more defined than this one, so it's definitely what we're going for. And so I'm going to grab a regular liquid felt tipped eyeliner and I'm going to go ahead and start. So I think that I'm going to do 2 different methods on each eye. I was sort of trying to study myself and how I actually do it, and I've noticed that I actually have 2 different methods, or at least 2 different starting points. Maybe one will feel more comfortable for you, find one a little bit easier, have options. Alrighty, so I think that I'm going to start with my right eye. So for this eye, I'm actually going to start on the inner of my eye and go out. It is really important that as you start the line, you do it as thin and as close to your eye line as possible. So you're gonna see, I'm just gonna get really close to my eye and just draw very slowly, just a slight line. You'll be able to see that I already have just the very beginnings of the eyeliner. I think that it's really important that it looks like it comes from all the way across your eye, and it's just a couple of centimeters into my actual eyelid. I'm just gonna pick up where I left off, and I'm just continuing the line outward. So I'm gonna start sort of going along the bottom, and once you have that, you can sort of build a thickness upon it to all make it look even, which is what I usually do. Come from the corner of your eye once again, and you're just gonna sort of pull a streak of a line, trying to connect everything that is already there. You can already see that you have the beginning of the sort of eyeliner form. Now, this is where you get to actually decide the size of the wing that you're gonna want, and also the shape of the wing. For this case, I'm just gonna be doing sort of a straight line, going straight up from my eye diagonally. I'm gonna go ahead and start from the corner of my eye, and I'm going to drag that line out just to the desired length. It doesn't necessarily have to be perfect. This is just gonna be sort of a guide. And then from there, you're sort of gonna make an outline of that wing. We're gonna take the eyeliner from this topmost tip here and drag it to match this line here. Well, something like that. And you can just go ahead and go on the sides if you'd like and make that a little bit more of a precise line. Always go back and fix at the end, which we're definitely going to do, but try to get it as even as you can. So once that's done and you're pretty happy with at least the general shape of the wing, I definitely say that the next step would just to go ahead and fill in that line there. You're gonna wanna try to again connect all the lines that you already have existing. So just kind of go over. When you're doing the actual line, you wanna try to drag the line as much as physically possible. You really want precise, straight, dramatic lines. I really suggest doing longer sweeps and going all the way across the eye. So you can already see just from what I've done, I already have a relatively smooth line on the top of my eye. Finally, to end it, I can just sort of finish off the wing here. Usually on the corner, you're gonna have maybe a tad bit of strangeness. Go ahead and fix the lines on the side of my eyeliner just to get them to be a little bit smoother. You can always cut down on the leg. That's definitely the easiest step. And finally, when you think that you've got a pretty smooth line, you can see that I'm just using my finger to kind of go on the end and sort of just drag it out. You can see that I've got a little bit of grayness on the side of my eyebrow here onto my face. It's definitely much easier to just go over that with a little bit of concealer. You can see that that line just got so much cleaner. Okay, so obviously you can see here the first technique. This is what you're gonna end up with. So for the other side, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other technique. I feel like I see this more commonly amongst a lot of bloggers. Some of you might find this to be a little bit easier than starting at the corner of your eye. You don't have to do quite such a thin line in the very beginning. For the second method, I'm going to head and start on my left eye here. For this eye and the second method, instead of starting on the inside, we're actually going to start on the outside. Start on the outer corner of your eye, right here where your eyelash line ends. So you're just gonna go ahead and start doing a thin line, just coming out from the outer corner. Just go ahead and extend that into the inner lash line. You probably wanna change direction of your hand when you're doing the actual inner corner, and I would suggest, again, just starting from the actual inner corner and meeting that line midway, just to make sure that you do get. You can see that pretty much have the base line. I'm gonna go ahead and go over once more. Go ahead and even it out a bit. You can see that even just that line helped. Again, I suggest longer strokes. Much from here, it's almost gonna be the same as the other side. I'm gonna kind of start from the inward corner and draw a line outwards. You can also start from the outward corner if you'd like. Go inwards. So now we're basically back to the same step right before we do the wing. Here again, we're gonna do the same thing that we did on the other side. Start from the outer lash line and extend the line outwards. It's worth definitely mirroring the other side, trying your best to mimic the line that you did on the other side. And usually what I do is I sort of pick a reference point. So usually it's the tip of the line. So I say, okay, it's sort of curving upwards, not necessarily a very circular line. It's pretty straight off from my eye. There's a little bit of sort of straightness right outside the eye, and it ends right about where my eyebrow arch extends into. I kind of do the same thing on the other eye. I try my best to sort of mirror that look. And right here on the outside, extend that out. That's pretty much probably an even line. So again, the next step is gonna be to meet that very tip of the line that we just drew, and we're gonna meet that with our eyelid here. Again, we want that line to be as smooth as possible. You can do small detailing as you do go. Again, this is where the thin felt brush comes in major handy because you can do really small editing like that. I just need to go ahead and fill in that little tiny blank space right there in my eye. Maybe make it a little bit thicker. I think it was probably a little bit thicker on the other side. So I'm just gonna sort of add some weight to that outside line. Again, it does not have to be perfect. Make sure that you're constantly comparing the other side, making sure that that line does look even. I think that this might have a little bit more of a curve than this one does. Maybe curved it a bit on the outside, a tad bit more. Maybe I'll make that a little bit more dramatic. I'm just gonna go ahead and match this eye. So to do that, all I really need to do is make it a little bit curved on the bottom, as you can see. So basically, all I'm gonna do to go ahead and achieve that is start at the very base of my eye right here and just extend outward, just sort of making a rounder curve. Again, doesn't have to be perfect, just as perfect as you can possibly get it. You're gonna see even I have, you know, little mess ups on the corner. It does not need to be perfect, just as perfect as you can try to get it. And again, you know, the easiest way to fix it is usually going to be your finger. If you can just sort of make a straight line all the way across on the side, it's usually enough to get it looking a little bit smoother. You can see already that that made pretty significant difference. I think they're pretty much going to be basically symmetrical now. So to finish off the look, I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara. Recently, I've been using the Falsies Volume Express Flared Maybelline New York. You can see it's purple, has some silver writing on it, has some wings at the top. I'm pretty sure that you could get this at CVS, Walgreens, Dwayne Reed, any convenience store, Sephora, or Ulta, whatever your beauty store of preference is. One of the biggest notes that I have on mascara is that you always want to try to start from the base of your eyelashes.
My personal technique that I have always known is to blink into the mascara. So you almost want to sort of put it there and then close your eyes slowly. That way you really make sure that you get an even coat across your eyelashes. You do have, just gonna apply a little bit as well to my bottom lash. Again, because I do such dramatic eyeliner, usually really don't worry too much into my eyeliner here. Again, so I'm just blinking into the mascara wand. You know, you can always fix mess ups, like smears, make sure you guys how to remove that.
Alright, so this is the finished look on my eye. So you can see, I think that the eyes look relatively symmetrical. So if you did have some sort of mess up as far as your line is concerned, or you just wanted to clean it up a little bit, I would definitely just suggest maybe getting some tip remover, a cotton swab, and just sort of quickly doing the same thing as you were doing with your finger. Run the cloth up the side of your eye and just a straight line. That should give you completely straight line. I don't recommend trying to fix your actual lines with concealer. I feel like that just gets messier, and that can ultimately just lead to your whole eye getting messed up or having to start over, something like that. I always just suggest using either even water or makeup remover, preferably if you do have it next to you or available. As far as removing the eyeliner, with both the Stella and Maybelline eyeliner, they are waterproof, so you do have to use some kind of makeup remover. Me personally, I usually use coconut oil. You just rub it right onto your eyes and wipe it off with a tissue, and it'll come right off really, really easily, and it doesn't leave any kind of residue. It also moisturizes your eyes naturally, so I definitely suggest looking into that if you have not. I would also suggest getting organic non-GMO coconut oil if you have access to it, and if not, I will put a link to some on Amazon that I get. It's really, really great, not too expensive, and you really can use it for so many things. So that's going to be it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial, and I hope that I helped. If you have any questions or comments or anything that maybe wasn't too clear in the video that you think I should maybe make another video about, I would love to hear your thoughts. I'm going to be coming to you next week with a different look. This one's definitely not going to be as classic as this one. I'm going to be doing something a little more adventurous for you next week. So that's something to look forward to. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and remember to draw on some wings and fly. Bye.